Do you wake up looking to play some Marvel Rivals but go shit and realize that you don't know who to pick? If so, get the fuck out of here. No, but seriously, if you're a beginner in Marvel Rivals and you don't know who to use or just want to watch a video because it's 2 a.m. and you're bored, you came to the right place. In today's video, we'll be going through the one character that you should be using in every class. We'll dive into their abilities, ease of use, and a few strats to have more success with them. So with that, everybody, I love you, and let's get right into the Marvel Rivals video. Now, even though some other characters might be just as viable, the ones we'll be covering today are, in my opinion, the best due to their ease of use and entry point. I'm looking at you, Hawkeye mains. Yes, he's cool, but I can't aim with him, so he's not in the goddamn video. So going by roles, let's start off with the first class of characters, the Vanguards. And as a beginner, all you have to know about the Vanguards is that they're the tank, which equals big and strong, which equals damage sponge, but in a good way. Now, what do I mean by that? When you're a Vanguard, you're going to be arguably the strongest on the field, but also the one who gets focused on the most. Because of this, you're really going to want to be smart about how you decide to engage.
I guess right. Go.
So with that, for this class role, if you're starting off, we're going to recommend that you go with Venom. Venom in particular is what's known as a dive tank, and while other YouTubers will tell you that it matters to know what this means, it doesn't. So, just know when you pick Venom, the basic rundown is you attack quickly, you pull out just as fast, and on top of that, he has a large health pool, so he's going to be perfect if you're starting off. So, what are his abilities, you must be asking? To that I say, stop screaming, and I'll tell you. Pretty much, he has his basic 4-strike tech that uses his tentacles, a dive attack that can be used from walls or from the air, an extra shield that gives you more the lower your health is, an AoE attack that holds enemies while providing damage if the tether isn't broken, and a quick single-use swing that looks like Spidey's, but I say single-use because once it's used, it goes on a quick cooldown. So, use it sparingly. Either use it to commit to a push or save it for an exit. With all of these abilities, Venom is one of the most powerful tanks on the field, and every time he pulls up, it takes a good few heroes to fully put him down. Otherwise, he keeps fucking coming back, and a good Venom player will always know how to pull out when the time is right. Now, how do we use Venom? Unlike what your cousin might say, who swears he's top ranked, he's trash, and you actually have to aim with Venom. Or better yet, you at least should. His 4-prong attack bumps Venom up from short range to medium range, and with this range, he's able to consistently land headshots, so make sure you don't just swing and hope for the best, but aim your shots so you can land in critical points. Next is his tether AoE, which binds enemies to you and damages them if the tether isn't broken. Use this ability when you're close to a group of the enemy team.
It is a much higher value ability when you use it to slow multiple enemies. This ability sets you up for much easier left clicks, so put some extra effort into making sure the tether connects.
Venom is a character that's extremely simple in theory, but if used correctly, can become one of the biggest annoyances on the battlefield. Now pair him up with a solid healer, and with his shield that grants him more the lower his health is, along with his tanky nature and his ability to pull out quickly, he becomes an amazing character for first timers, and a viable tank that's helpful on the battlefield. This simple kit isn't without its advanced techniques too. Some of these tips can be things such as avoiding using your swing when you first engage. You can crawl up walls, so try crawling up and then diving from there, and then using your swing to either pull out or to pull out and then re-engage. Now, I will say, be careful as a Venom player. It's in your nature to dive and become the damage machine, but you will most time than not be a small bit away from your team. With that, players are starting to realize this and are pretty much jumping Venom when he shows up, so try to make sure you always have an escape. One other advanced tip for Venom players is to not throw yourself every time. Don't just expect to win every battle just because you're delusional and think you're Venom. You're the biggest target, so cause chaos, but do it to set up your team. Now we've covered Vanguards. Next on our list are duelists, and duelists have the most characters in the game, so deciding on one for a beginner was a tough choice, but I decided to go with Scarlet Witch for our beginner duelist, and honestly, it's pretty simple as to why. She has auto aim and an insta-kill ultimate. I mean, come on, you don't have to think with her. At least in the initial beginning, you don't. You simply pick her up, you use her kit, and that's it. But let's say you did have a question. One like, what is her kit? I'd tell you to kill yourself. You're a beginner or you're looking to be entertained. So all you have to know is that she has an ability to get out of sticky situations, making her immune to damage and invisible for the most part. You have a projectile attack that gets regenerated through time and by using your primary. And you have your primary itself, which sucks the soul out of people using chaos magic. Your soul is mine! See? Wonderful. Oh yeah, she has an ultimate which can one-shot everything in about a 40-meter radius, so keep that in mind because you can do this with her. It's Scarlet Witch! I'm gonna beat the shit out of her. Shut up, bitch! Huh? Iron Man, Iron Boy, and yes, even you, Jeff. So yes, Wanda's a very, very simple, straightforward character. Her kit is the most simple one actually, but man, her skill ceiling is high. I've seen her being ranked in D tier and in A tier for ranked. So it really just depends on to who's using her, because frankly, I've been able to be a monster with her. And she was my first main in the game. This is the thing about this game. Everyone's OP, so no one's OP. But she taught me the ropes and the dynamics of which characters to pay attention to and which to focus on, all while giving me a way out when I needed it, using her banish ability. So due to that, for a DPS, she's all around a great first choice. Which brings us everybody lastly to the support / strategist in the game. People will die on Mantis. People will die for Dagger. People will die on Adam. But everyone, I'm here to tell you that the meme holds some truth. Jeff's actually a good guy. He's a very viable character, especially for beginners. God, if you're a beginner and you want to be a healer, use this little fucker right here. If you want to not think whatsoever and have a grand old time, use him. Fellas, I get the memes, but we can't deny that this spawn from fucking Satan himself is cracked, especially in his team-ups with Luna Snow and in the proper hands. He has two main abilities, which are great for new players due to how simple they are. A constant supply of water bullets, the ability to go up walls, and the ability to grab everyone with an ultimate, giving him the choice to cause the biggest sin. Chucking your shit off the ledge like dog. This little demon is an annoyance on the battlefield, and while his weaknesses are that A, he'll be a target for everyone who sees him on the other team, and B, his head's the entire size of his fucking hitbox, so boy, you get headshotted easily. Other than that, he's genuinely an amazing entry point for new beginners, and he gives a great entrance into the game. And with that, everybody, these three characters are the best beginner choices. If you want to hop in and just have some fun, choose these three idiots right there. But if you don't have fun, it wasn't my fault, you're just bad. But like always, everyone, it's been a pleasure. I've been your host, Silo. I have a Middle Eastern man in my basement. I hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed filming it. I love you, and I'll see you guys in the next Marvel Rivals video.